discussion started here. Okay, citizens forum. Okay, we've got finance review workshop. Business manager, well, you're doing that, Scott, is that correct?
Yeah, we just met with Todd, and he went over, the finance committee and myself met with Todd. He went over the June summary, and I can give you the highlights of that. The state aid, we're at $5,064,000 that has come in. That's 87.4%. And again, as things, that holdback, that'll be coming here soon as well, that the state normally does. If we go down to expenditures, the one piece that might catch your attention, or two pieces, one is around equipment. The tractor, so the final cost of the tractor with the mower, a little over $60,000. That's been paid, but it's not showing up on here yet just because of the timing with the receipts and invoices. The other item is around the other expenditures, and what we're going to be seeing, they have not yet done the transfer from Fund 1 to Fund 4 for the pool of $204,000. So that'll be transferred. That doesn't change anything. It's just a matter of where it's showing up in revenues and where it's showing up in expenditures. So going down from there, I'm going to switch over. Oh, I'm sorry, salary and wages. Salary and wages, that is final now for the year, which of course we knew it was going to be a little bit over what the revised budget was. But then when we look at employee benefits, that's at 94% of what was budgeted. So we're actually ahead on salaries and benefits. On the other side, when we look at our other funds, we can see food services. We were at received year to date is the $334,000, expenditures $368,000. So we have budget remaining, and we were at 82% of what we are anticipating for revised budget. So that'll be taken care of here as we get ready for auditing. Community education. Again, the reason for that low number there is because that $204,000 has not been moved up to that revenue yet, which it will be. And then, of course, debt service has all been taken care of except for, if I remember correctly, and the committee can help my recollection here, but we still had, I think it was about $30,000 or $40,000 in property taxes that are in the process of getting put in that have not been actually assigned yet. And then, so as we go down and we look at all funds, we can see that our revenues, technically, that wouldn't be at 69%, that would be higher because of the updated state aid. Our expenditures are at about 94%. So from Todd and from looking at the big picture and with everything, big picture, we are under budget for the year. We don't anticipate that changing at all as things get closed out for the year. Any questions? Oh, I will add the one other thing you did go through when it comes to some of the different. It was purchase services, so that goes to some of the contracts and some of these other things, as well as supplies. Just the fact that as a district, we did really well last year with just staying within what do we need, not necessarily what we want, which was a big help for being under budget. So, questions? Thank you.
Great, thank you. Board committees. No. Okay. Back to you, Scott.
So I have three big bullet items. One is construction. So confirming roof work has been completed and has had successful inspection. Flooring is complete with the exception of the maroon wall trim in the commons area. So as soon as that comes in, they'll be finishing that. Window replacement is nearly complete. Basically, as of this morning, it was, I think, 3 rooms. After today, I think they're down to just my office. Concrete work, nearly complete, as you can see as you're driving around. Painting around on the interior sides of the windows will begin following the window trim installation. And then, of course, the window roller blinds will be installed after that. In regard to construction, I've also been talking with War Road Cleaning. We're looking at the weekend of August 22nd of having them come in and do kind of that new construction move-in clean. So just to take that load off the custodians and have everything ready to go for teachers coming back. Bright Beginnings Preschool. So I've been in constant conversation with Nicole Gate with Bright Beginnings. We did move them to E159 due to the room needs for our pre-K special education students. I'm sorry, our students receiving special education services in pre-K. One of the things that ended up coming back from licensing, because we believed we were going to be okay, but because we can provide a portable sink, licensing came back and said, no, they need a fixed sink. So it's a higher level of requirement versus a regular daycare. So Nicole did research because she, through her entity, does get some grant money from the county, and inquired and was able to change the use of some of that grant money to be able to pay for this. So what happened is she had a plumber come in, met with Dale, met in that room. They found where the water fountain is. That can be taken off, and that can be that access point for both the water and for drain. And then hot water can be run because of where it is behind there. I guess it can just be running. It's not going to be an issue. So she's looking at putting in a stainless steel sink with countertop 48 inches wide, I believe 22 inches deep, so that we will then in that room then have a fixed permanent sink. So that's a value add for the district for the space. She's able to take care of the cost and the funding on it. It won't cost us anything. It's under $3,000 is what the proposal was for. So with the board permission, I believe that's on the agenda later to approve that, and then we can move ahead. And I think that's a big win for all of us, because that provides just another point of contact within our building for our families, especially if they have older kids and stuff. It just makes it really easy. So I look at it as a win. New administrative hire, we have Mrs. Shelby Nosen with us this evening. And she was recommended by the parent panel, by the student panel, and by the hiring committee to be hired as our new pre-K principal. Now, she is in process with earning her principal or administrative certification. So what we'll be doing is, after the board approves her hiring, we will then be applying for an administrative variance with the Board of School Administrators. And once that variance is approved, she will be a licensed principal, but although it's a variance, right? But she is a licensed principal. So the way we're going to handle it, I did talk to MSBA and MASA, and made contact with BOSA to make sure we're doing everything like we should. So what we would be needing to do for the interim, and this is in the board agenda, is to name me as interim principal. We would be hiring Mrs. Nosen as a dean of students initially, but in the contract it states until such time as the Board of School Administrators approves the variance, and at which time that interim principal title is taken off of me. She is the licensed principal on premises, so we do have our two licensed administrators. As part of that, you'll be able to see in the other notes that I had sent you what her starting salary would be. Once that variance is approved, she is a licensed principal, at which time we would be moving her to that low point of what our offering was when we posted for the principal position.
What's the time frame on the variance?
Time frame, so I'm going to say ideally if we get it sent in by the end of this week, it could be as little as 2 weeks.
Okay.
It could be a month. I think I'm okay saying this, but her faculty advisor, where she's working on her program, is actually on the board. So I think we might have a nice, a little bit of help there to get that processed. Yeah.
Prior to school, though, you anticipate?
I'm sorry?
Prior to the start of school, you anticipate?
It potentially could be prior to the start of school.
Is there a time limit on the variance that they allow?
2 years,
2
if,
years.
if memory serves.
And you should be done, how long does your schooling take?
It should just be 3 terms, maybe less,
Okay.
so fall, spring, and summer. 3 terms.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess before we do, since we probably have a whole lot of time, don't we?
We do.
So, is there any conflict with having Medina students? Well, I suppose it's only gonna be for a couple of weeks, so it's kind of a moot point, isn't it?
Are you saying because we currently have somebody with, yeah, no, you can have multiple DINA students, yeah, so that there's no issue there, no.
That was my question. You answered a lot of it in your
Okay.
synopsis of what it was. We pay for an MOU for DIA students, but we weren't hiring for DIA students.
Right.
But this is the workaround for this. You're talking 2 weeks to a month potentially.
Yeah, in my head, I'm thinking it shouldn't be more than a month, once we get the paperwork in.
And then you still don't anticipate filling an actual DIA student's position.
No.
That was
No.
my question.
Yeah, no, this is like an interim, and that's why it's stated that way in the contract, DINA students, the title of DINA students, until such time as
Okay.
BOSA approves the administrative variance, and then she is a licensed principal.
Okay.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Fitzsimmons.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I've got,
All right.
Craig?
Nope.
Okay, we'll adjourn the working session at 6:12 and be back at 6:45. 6:45, we'll call the meeting to order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. On the agenda, we are going to strike Q, and so I need a motion and a second to approve the July 27th, 2026 meeting agenda.
Make the motion.
Motion by B. Johnson,
I'll second.
second by K. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We've got board presenters, written communication, old business. All right, on to new business. I need a motion and a second to approve the June 2026 regular board meeting minutes and the June 29th, 2026 special board meeting minutes.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Severs,
One second.
second by Hayes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve invoices, financial statements, bank reconciliation, wire transfers, and purchase card statements.
I'll make
Motion by Hack,
I'll second.
second by K. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the appointments, resignations, and retirements as listed, huh?
My apologies, I was just saying as presented, right, so let's concede.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by B. John,
I'll second.
second by Severs. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2026-2027-01, accepting a donation from Eatmore Incorporated for a variety of steel and stainless steel to Lake of the Woods High School welding program.
A motion.
Motion by Sonstegard,
I'll second.
second by K. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve A-plus driving school as driver's education contractor for the 2026-2027 school year.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Hayes, second by Hack. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Motion and a second to approve the high school course schedule 2026-2027.
Make the motion.
Motion by B. Johnson,
I'll second.
second by K. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2026-2027-01 term facilities maintenance plan.
I'll make the motion.
Second by K. Johnson, second by B. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve Sarah Luchek Food LLC as contractor for the Bears Den.
A motion.
Motion by Sonstegard,
Second.
second by B. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the school readiness tuition fee schedule for the 2026-2027 school year. Motion by Hack,
Second.
second by B. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the superintendent evaluation summary.
motion.
Motion by B. Johnson,
I'll second.
second by Hayes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Motion in second to approve the daycare contract with Haley Stevenson.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Kay Johnson,
I'll second.
second by Sonstigard. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Motion in second to approve the room rental contract with Nicole Gate,
Right beginnings.
Bright Beginnings.
I'll motion.
Motion by Sonstigard,
Oh.
second by B. Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. And motion is second to approve appointing Scott Fitzsimmons as interim principal until such time as the position is filled with a BOSA licensed candidate.
Make the motion.
Motion by B. Johnson,
I'll second.
second by Sonstigard. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes. Motion is second to approve authorizing the district to apply for administrative variance for hiring a non-licensed administrator.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Ray Johnson, second by Hack. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion and a second to approve the hiring of Shelby Nosen as Dean of Students with a title change to principal upon approval of the administrative variance by the Board of School Administrators.
I'll make the motion, or I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I'll make the motion.
I'll
I
second.
thought I heard somebody interrupt, but
Motion by Severs,
I'll second.
second by Kay Johnson.
Craig interrupted himself.
I did.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the cancellation of contracted services with SMS at the end of the current contract effective September 30th, 2026.
Make the motion.
Motion by B. Johnson,
Second.
second by Sonstigard. Any discussion?
This is just the first step, obviously, in getting another one.
Yes, by doing this, this allows us to give the 60-day notice, so the contract doesn't automatically renew. Next week, having additional conversations, so then we can make our decision.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the 2026-27 teacher contract with Nathan Solar. Motion by Hack,
I'll second.
second by Sonstigard. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the elementary student handbook 2026-2027.
Make the motion.
Motion by B. Johnson,
I'll second.
second by Hayes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion and a second to approve the high school student handbook 2026-2027.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Kay Johnson, second by Hack. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Any other business? We will adjourn at 6:54.